I'm cutting a couple of pieces of plywood for the doors. Since we last spoke, I made some cabinets, and I'm not a cabinet maker, but I'm learning. In any case, I made a big old cabinet here and a big one here, and I put in these little holes so that we can raise and lower the shelves. And now I'm putting doors on the cabinets, and then when this is all done, all the sewing machines are going to be right under here, so all of the things, the materials we're going to use for sewing on a regular basis will be right above us. So in any case, I'm making doors for this one specifically right now. It's like 3 feet wide, so 18-inch doors on each side. I'm just cutting the height, and then I'm going to run it through the table saw. I'm going to take these to the table saw.
How long that's supposed to
I think what I'm going to do is I have to move this out just a little bit. Well, next I'm gonna put these, I gotta put hinges on the doors, and I'll show you what that looks like when they're done, see if it works. I've got the little guides and it says what to do, but we'll see. I haven't done this before, so hopefully it works. So I got the doors on this first cabinet. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
So I've never done these before. And
it shows.
What did he say?
He said it shows.
It shows. No, I have not. Yeah, it does show. I haven't made these before, but I figured out how to locate them. I followed the instructions, crazy enough. And if you look at it right here, these are the things I'm looking for. I've adjusted a lot of cabinets, but this is what I'm looking for, is a pretty tight reveal. Like, so this little gap there, I could tighten it up a little bit if I wanted to, but I think that's a nice spacing so they don't rub or anything. I can get them closer, but it's consistent up and down, and they're nice and tight to the edges. They open and close really smooth. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. We've got so all the hardware installed really well. I used some jigs, some Krieg jigs, and it worked good. So we can adjust our cabinet heights or shelf heights, and then we got doors to keep everything clean and tons of storage space. Now I got to build the doors for that guy, and that's going to take a little while. Mm-hmm. So I'll show you as I get going on that. What I'm making right now is I'm making a little sample door, and the reason I'm doing that is because the way that the doors sit on the cabinets is controlled by how much of an offset you have where you drill this hole. And so the way I had it set up initially was so that when the door opened or closed, it was sitting like perfectly flush with the end of the board, right? And that's great when you just have two doors, or you're doing like the outside doors for the cabinet. But in this case, what I'm trying to do is I have to make the two doors on the inside of the cabinet, and I'll show you, maybe this will kind of show what the problem is. Come here. So on this one, this is that outside edge I was talking about, and I just want this one to be totally flush here. But when we get over to the middle, I wanted that cabinet door to hit and cover. We'll call this like the middle style of the cabinet, and I've got 2 of those. So these have got to sit there. Now that means part of this is covered, and I don't want this door to sit flush, if you know what I mean. So now what I've done is I'm just making a couple little sample ones and seeing if they fit. I can stick them up there and see if it's going to work out right before I ruin an entire door. So that's what I'm making, and so far I think I'm getting the hang of it. And depending on, I was at one end of the spectrum on the presets, and now if I just kind of go back the other direction, I can find the size that fits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off, actually put it on this piece and see how it lines up against that. So I'm going to stick this guy up here, and if it fits, if this fits, then I'll do my preset there. If it doesn't, I'll just try again. A little more space. The other thing is that you get, even though you set it up like this, you get a little bit of movement with the hinges themselves, probably like 1/8 to 1/4 inch of swing, depending on how you do it. I have a feeling this is going to be a little tight. Yep, it's a little bit tight. So see, I was able to move it over enough so it wouldn't overlap. But let's see, it opens all right. I like this. I think I'm just going to make like a 1mm adjustment on the jig, and hopefully that'll work, because I don't want to take it over too far, then it's going to start bumping into the other cabinet when that one's up. So I'm going to put that on, add 1mm, and I think it'll work. I'll have enough room to adjust it left and right, and it's going to look pretty cool when it's done. Anyway, so I'm going to take this down and try again. Okay, there it is. It's all done. I put the last cabinet door up, and I'm pretty happy with it. I could mess around with it a little bit more and maybe make this gap a little tighter, but all in all, for just being a utility cabinet in a workshop, I'm not going to finish them. I don't want anything like that. It's just strictly like a lot of storage, and we use it all the time. We're going to be dirty. It's just more about function. But in any case, the doors work really nice, and we've got a ton of space to store things, so this is going to be a big improvement. Next, I've got to do some wiring to because the sewing machines are coming over here. I need wires. I also need a few little like personal cubby spaces for the people that are sewing. They can put their computers, and they can you know, just different stuff that they're going to have on hand. So I'll be working on that next, and maybe I'll show you what that looks like when it's all done. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel for more weekly content. And make sure to click the bell so that you'll be notified every time we post something new.